lying if I said I hadn't had a nice time. You're very easy to just be around, so yeah.
Obviously seeing that you guys have said closed off.
I'm saying I'm closed off because I focus on one person, but in truthful, I don't really know the girl.
I'm sorry, but the cast that they have this season is really the worst ever. I don't know why, or whoever's coming up with ideas of who the bombshells should be. I don't even know why we brought, Sammy back. Sammy was terrible on his season. We already have Casey. We don't need Sammy because Sammy, in my opinion, is Casey 2.0. So having the two of them in the villa is just a hot mess. And how do you bring people that have a type when you have a lot of single people that don't have anyone? Catherine from day one has not had anyone. Yes, they brought Montel, but Montel already had been on Catherine's season. So the idea that they keep bringing these people and they keep saving Catherine doesn't make sense. If you don't want her there, send her home instead of just keeping her there just to appear as though there's a bit of diversity in the villa. Anyway, I digress. Hey there, thanks for stopping by. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos, and definitely leave a comment. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Love Island All Stars, Season 2, Episode 14. The villa is still reeling from the dumping because everyone is just shocked that three people are actually gone. In the bedroom, you have the guy saying, Kaz is really going to be missed. Even the girls are saying that she's going to be missed. And it's like, well, you people didn't treat her that well while she was in the villa. It's surprising that you are now missing her. You have everyone sort of just looking back and sort of thinking what about the journey, and the girls then I think feel bad, especially Gabby, after talking about Kaz. Then they say to Tina, "Oh, we're happy you're here," and it's like Tina shouldn't have stayed. Kaz brought more entertainment than Tina actually. Let's be for real. You have Scott telling the guys, "Let's keep whatever we say amongst the guys. We don't need to bring everything we say to the girls." And the guys are looking at him and saying, "You should be telling that to Luca. You shouldn't be telling anyone else because he's the one who's always taking the gossip to the girls." And Luca just smiles and smirks. Anyway, everyone is dressed, they go out, they pick up their drinks, and then you have the guys having a conversation just saying that at this point, if Scott says he doesn't know what he wants, then it's a problem because he should know what he wants. But then Casey chimes in that, well, he's really been through a lot, and I hope, he doesn't feel guilty and end up staying with Tina just because Tina was brought back for him and he does what is in his best interest. And I can see that. He might think to himself, oh, I'll look like a bad guy if I leave her because she was saved for me, when he really is not feeling her like that. So I can't wait to see what happens there. Scott on his part is telling Tina that I'm so happy that you are here. I'm so happy that you're saved because I feel like we have something good going between us. And so I'm happy that we have an opportunity to continue to explore that and see where it takes us. And it's like, you're really not feeling this girl romantically. I don't know why you're telling pokies and you're making it seem as though there's more to this connection than there is. You never felt her. I don't think he's yet, as of this moment, I don't think Scott has found a girl that he really likes. I think he's sort of humoring the girls that he's been coupled with because he knows he needs someone in order to stay in the villa. And I think he likes being in a couple where the girl likes him more than he likes the girl. And it seems this has been the case both with India and now with Tina. You have most of the islanders by the day beds, and Curtis and Ekin-su are there cuddling. And then Curtis receives a text message to say, "Curtis and Elma, you have been chosen to have a sleepover with 2 new bombshells in the Hideaway retreat. #vacation, #unforgettable." And it's like, okay, let's see what happens. Ekin-su is immediately shaken because she's now wondering, oh, who's that person who is that brave to sort of take Curtis to the Hideaway, because Curtis and Elma are going to spend the night there. And it's like, why are you worried? You came in and you did the same thing. You came in and you stole Curtis from somebody else. So please take several seats and wait for your turn. If she comes and she wants to steal him, then it is what it is because you did it. So you should be comfortable with somebody else doing it to you. It's nothing new. It's nothing strange. So it is what it is. You have Elma, she's bouncing off the walls. She's ecstatic that she's been chosen. And it's like, if only you knew who's chosen you. If only you knew who's chosen you. Because Sammy is not the best. He treated his partner terribly and was saying bad things behind her back. I don't even know how the viewers made them win. I think the girl won because the producers felt bad for her because of all the things, Sammy was saying. So they've brought in Sammy and they've brought in Danielle, and it seems no one knows Danielle. Even Alan Sterling says I have no idea who she is. So you have Curtis and Elma get ready to go to the Hideaway, and Ekin-su is panicking. You can see the panic on her because she already knows she's not a fan favorite from the votes, and also now her man is being taken by somebody else. And I'm like, I'm here for this. Let her panic. Let her feel the pain. Let the real Ekin-su come out. She thought Kaz was her problem, and now she has bigger problems. Am I the only one, or does anyone else think Elma is the producer's favorite this season? Because every season they have a favorite, and it seems Elma is their favorite because she apparently knows Sammy. She's giddy when she sees him. She says, she really likes him. Well, they like one another, but they've never dated in the real world. They've always sort of just seen each other in social circles and always had this chemistry, but they've never explored the chemistry. So she is giddy, he is giddy. And it's like, he says he's 23, she is 32. Make that make sense. If I remember very well, on day one, she said she wouldn't date Luca because he was too young. Or am I mistaking her for somebody else? Was it Gabby? And so I don't understand how she's that giddy over him. You have Curtis go for a chat with Danielle, and he's telling her that he is closed off. He said the right thing in the presence of everyone because the four of them were in the bedroom, and he said the right thing. He told them, I'm in a couple with Ekin-su, and we're the most solid couple in the villa, blah, 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 blah. And then when he went outside, he started flirting with Danielle, and it's like, which is it? Are you in a couple with Ekin-su and you're closed off, or are you still open to getting to know other people? Which is it? Make it make sense. And the way they were flirting didn't make sense to me. The fact that when they got into bed, he told her that, yes, I'm closed off, but I really don't know the girl, so I'm still open to exploring. And it's like, men. That's why that lady said, if I've dated a man, I can walk a cheater. And this is it. Because the way Curtis spun it was really shocking. And I'm really surprised. With Sammy and Elma, I can see them going up to the end. I think the producers want Elma in the end. And I hope she doesn't win because personally, I don't get the hype about Elma. You have Ekin-su. Ekin-su is crying to the girls. Oh, he didn't reassure me. If that were me, I would have gone into the Hideaway and told that person that, I'm in a couple, we're closed off, we're not open to explore anything with anyone else. And so I'm sorry, but I'm here, but I'm not available. And it's like, Ekin-su, please keep quiet. Please keep quiet. You've only been with this guy for 2 weeks. The audacity to make it seem like you're married to him. Make it make sense. She knows that if he is taken, then she has no other choice in the villa. Then the next thing for her is to leave the villa. This is why she's worried. I don't think she really likes Curtis like that. I think she knows that he's her ticket to stay in the villa for as long as she can. So she's going to milk it for all it's worth. The girl's having to reassure her and pacify her. Ekin-su is playing a character. I'm sorry, I don't buy what she's selling. She spoke to Luca. She was telling Luca that, she's worried because she doesn't know whether, this girl is going to take her guy because it's a bit ballsy of the girl to sort of take him away. And it's like, Danielle's reason for taking him away was because she didn't want to explore a connection with him in your presence. It's not because she wanted anything from you, but she just wanted a private way to explore a connection with him without worrying about you constantly looking over her shoulder. This is why she's pulled him for a chat in the Hideaway. If you're upset, it is what it is. This is the game. You came in, you took him from Kaz. So there's nothing anyone else can. So everyone else is allowed to take him. As long as he wants to be taken, he can be stolen. Whether or not you're crying to everybody else doesn't matter. If he wants to be stolen, then it's within the girl's right to steal him. So you have everyone go to bed. You have the guys in the bedroom sort of having a conversation and sort of talking about Curtis. And they're laughing because they're saying he was very happy to be stolen. He told Danielle that he was happy to be chosen. It's always nice to be picked. But then it's like, yeah, it's nice to be picked, but you're in a couple. You can't say it's nice to be picked. Because how do you think Ekin-su will feel when she sees this? And now the producers are going to keep Ekin-su until, movie night so that she can watch this man show off and show out. So you have in the Hideaway, they sort of play rock, paper, scissors to see who wins the bigger bad. And Sammy wins the bigger bad. So you have, Danielle and Curtis sharing, I think, the smaller bed. And Curtis was saying, oh, I hope you don't mind that I sleep in my boxes. And it's like, Curtis, you knew you were going to spend the night in the Hideaway. You were told you were going to spend the night in the Hideaway. Why did you not take your pajama pants with you? You know exactly what you're doing. You're exploring a connection. I think he's attracted to the new girl and is open to exploring. And his only problem is going to be Ekin-su. So if Ekin-su can go home and allow Curtis to do what he wants to do, the better for everyone involved. In the bedroom, you have Catherine talking about the fact that this is the first time she slept alone in the villa. And the guys are sort of mocking and saying, well, at least you'll get the same amount of kisses. And it's like, Casey, keep quiet. Your opinion is not needed. Don't try and rub it in. My sister's been through a lot in this villa. You have Ekin-su come in and everybody's empathizing with her that she's all alone. And it's like, Ekin-su is way smarter than you people give her credit for. She is playing the game. And if you're not smart, she's going to win it again. So allow her to go through whatever she's going through. She put Kaz through a lot. Now Kaz's karma has come back to roost and she's about to go through it. And I'll be here watching. So in the morning, you have Ekin-su with this long face because she's sad. Curtis is not there and everyone is trying to sort of cheer her up. And it's like, it's not that big a deal. He's in the same building, so please suck it up. You have Curtis in the Hideaway. He's busy having a conversation with Danielle. They're talking about her rings. He's holding her hand. And they're just having conversations and smiling and laughing. The same is happening with Sammy and Elma. But Elma, obviously, she's side-eyeing just to keep an eye on whatever Curtis is doing so that she can run and report to Ekin-su because they're close friends. Anyway, they leave the Hideaway and they meet everyone else as they come out of the main bedroom. And so you have Sammy go and chat to the girls with Elma while Curtis and Danielle go and chat with the boys. I had completely forgotten. Sammy was on the same season with Catherine. He was with Jess and Jess was friends with Catherine. So Catherine knows him better and she knows all the mess he got up to in the villa and outside the villa, I would assume. So chances of her and him exploring a connection are highly unlikely. You have the girls, listening to Elma. Oh, I'm so happy. I really like him. We know each other. So I was so happy when I saw it was him. And it's like, oh, please. The producers are trying to keep you sweet. I don't know what's happening, whether ex-Islanders are refusing to come back or whether ITV has a list of people that they're planned on bringing for season 2. None of them is making any sense. So you have all the girls sitting and listening and so you have Ekin-su asking, how was Curtis overnight? What was he doing with Danielle? And you have Elma say, don't worry, I'll speak to you once Sammy's gone. You don't need to grill Sammy about it. So Sammy goes and then you have Curtis around the fire pit with Danielle and the rest of the boys. And the boys are sort of teasing him because he tried to sit next to her. And then I think he remembered that, Ekin-su will grill me for this. So he quickly ran to sit with the other guys. And they were just having conversations. And the guys asked her, why did you pick him? And she said, well, I just wanted to sort of have a conversation with him in private. Turns out they told everyone, we have a lot of things in common. Even Curtis was saying that. And it's like, Ekin-su is not going to be happy. She's going to start playing the villain. Well, she won't play the villain. She was threatening the night before when she was speaking to Luca that, I don't want to bring out the nasty side of me. I'm trying to be good. This season I've actually been good. So you have Curtis wandering around the villa and Ekin-su is taken by Elma and Elma is busy telling her, I saw them holding hands this morning. They were but he was very respectful. He said you and him are closed off, so you don't have anything to worry about. And it's like, Elma, this is not your business to discuss. Allow this man to come and have a conversation with her and tell her where he stands. If he likes her, amazing. If he doesn't like her, amazing. But at least he'll tell her the truth himself. You have Danielle come and have a conversation with Ekin-su and she's just saying, I chose him because, as a bombshell, I need to get to know everyone. And he's the person that I thought I would normally ask out in the real world. Even Sammy and Elma confirmed that she said the reason why she picked Curtis was he's the type of guy that she would normally date. And it's like people are making it seem as though when someone says they're closed off, like they're married off. They're not married off. You're not. It's only 2 weeks. And Danielle was right to say in the real world, 2 weeks, if you met somebody else, you'd explore that. You wouldn't just say I'm closed off. So I wanted to see whether he was closed off, or whether he wasn't closed off. You have Curtis come and have a conversation with Ekin-su. Ekin-su throws a fit because she says that, you and I are closed off. If any guy had asked me for a conversation, I would have told him we're closed off. I wouldn't be entertaining him. I don't understand why you're entertaining her. And it's like, Ekin-su, this is not your husband. This is not your husband. He is someone you're exploring a connection with, someone you stole from somebody else. So please take several seats. And you have Curtis now sort of panicking and telling the guys, oh, Ekin-su is upset with me. And it's like, why are we milking this? Is there nothing else for the viewers to see? Why don't you let them play games or anything? Because this is boring. You're recycling drama, unnecessary drama at that. So make it make sense. So the islanders get ready for the night. And obviously the hot topic is Curtis and Ekin-su. And the fact that Curtis is very happy. He seems ecstatic, that he was picked by Danielle and he seemed happy to spend time with Danielle. And hey, to each their own. What do you expect? What do you expect? Anyway, Curtis and Kaz's karma is real. It's real because Ekin-su treated Kaz like crap after she stole Kaz's partner. And now karma has come calling. If she could steal Curtis that easily, what did she expect? Somebody else was going to steal him the same way she had stolen him from Kaz, so she shouldn't be crying. Anyway, they come out of the bedroom. You have, the guys by the fire pit, and you have Ekin-su and Curtis go for a chat. And it was terrible because Ekin-su, I think, expected him to grovel and be begging her. And it's like, Ekin-su, it was easy for you to steal this man from Kaz. So what makes you think it's not going to be easy for somebody else to steal him? I think looking at both girls, Ekin-su and Danielle, I think Danielle is a better fit for Curtis. He says himself that they have a lot more things in common. And you had, Danielle sitting with Gabby because they were on the same season. And they're just watching because apparently Ekin-su and Curtis were talking for hours and hours. When Ekin-su didn't get her way, she then threw a fit and she stormed off saying, I can't keep explaining myself. I can't keep. And it's like, Ekin-su, this man was with you because he thought you were the golden ticket. Finding out that you're not the fan favorite has made him open his eyes and realize that he can do better. And I think in the real world, Danielle would be more his type than Ekin-su. And I think this is why he's now open to exploring connections. You have Danielle go for a chat with Ron. They go to the terrace. They seem to have a lot in common as well. They really enjoy each other's company. And Ron, for the first time, he says he's managed to get someone that he really likes and someone he can actually see something developing with. And so he's open to exploring his connection with her. He tells her, the next time I bring you up, it will be to sort of give you a kiss. And she seems happy. I think if you were to rank Danielle's choices, I think number one is Curtis, followed by Ron, and whoever else is the other guy that's single. I don't think there's any other guy that's available for her, but I think those are her top two. So they leave the terrace. She goes downstairs and then she sees Curtis, so she pulls Curtis for a chat. They have a conversation and they're really getting along. And Curtis was telling everyone with ears to hear that because of the tantrum that Ekin-su has thrown, he now feels like he's taken 2 steps back and he feels like, he shut things off too quickly. And he even tells Danielle, and it's like he didn't like Ekin-su. He liked the idea that Ekin-su could keep him in the villa and there was a possibility that should help him win 25K. But otherwise, I don't think he really liked her like that. And she is getting a rude awakening that, this guy that you stole from someone is also going to be stolen by someone from you the same way you stole him. And it's like, we're here. Ekin-su comes out. The girls try to pull her away so that she wouldn't see, Curtis sort of having a conversation with Danielle. But then she insisted on going. Her acting is terrible. For her to go across, see them talking and then start crying and be consoled with Ronnie, I think it's a lot of unnecessary theatrics, in my opinion. It's a lot of unnecessary theatrics. And I wish we could send her home so that everybody else could relax in the villa, because it seems everybody walks on eggshells when Ekin-su is upset. And I really don't like that. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. And click the link in my video to watch my review from episode 13. Bye guys.